Snacks on. It's just a little warm up, little pregame. You know what I'm saying? Got to get the little pregame on. You know what I'm talking about? Snacks on Sports. You feel me? I'm back with another one, man. Early morning edition. Well, kind of early morning. Well, West Coast early morning. East Coast, you niggas being up. You feel me? It's 10 o'clock on the West Coast right now. And that ain't even early morning. I'm saying early morning because I was supposed to be out here. I was supposed to be out this bitch about 2 hours ago to do this. But, you know, I'm fucking around in the house doing shit. You know what I mean? Monday morning, clean up and all that. You know, something you niggas don't know nothing about. Because you niggas live in some nasty, dirty, filthy, disgusting ass conditions. You some dumb son of bitches. But, yeah, man. Snax on Sports. Back with another one. We finna talk about Trey Lance, Jimmy G, the 49ers. We on the football now. They've done enough basketball over the summer. And crazy thing about it is the damn basketball season starting next month and shit. That's some crazy ass shit. You know what I mean? Like, the Warriors' first preseason game is September 30th. You know what I mean? So, it's damn near gonna be basketball season again, bitch. So, yeah, this is a little warm up, pre-game it. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody get in. Ain't nobody coming in this motherfucker. My shit ain't popping like that yet, but you know, it's gonna get to popping. I'm finna cut this off too in a little while, probably about a year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Let these little dreads go and shit. My shit, all of this right here, you know what I mean? Over time, I done had this shit for like 5-6 years now. Over time, see, my wife is Mexican, okay? Now, she know how to do hair, she know how to do all that. But my baby mama do hair a little better. But my wife, she do hair good too. But when she started out my dreads, the ones right here in the front was kind of thin. You know what I mean? It was kind of when she started to twist these, they was kind of thin. So as my hair started to grow, and get once the dreads get longer, and if the root is skinny, then it becomes like too heavy for the root, and then they just kind of like start to fall out a little bit. So what I did was some of my dreads, you know what I mean? I had to combine them with another dread. You know what I'm saying? I had to combine them with another dread so that the dread wouldn't fall out, so that the root could be stronger. So over time, it just kind of pushed it back a little bit. I mean, my shit still, you know what I mean? Hey, my shit still, you know what I mean? But it's just a little pushback. You know what I mean? It wasn't like this always. It kind of gradually over time kind of got like that. But, you know, whatever. Snacks on Sports, man. Let's get to it. Man. Chance, you know what I'm talking about? Nigga, that motherfucking Chance. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talking about? You niggas don't know nothing about that. Okay. You niggas is foolish, man. Hold on. Oh man. Oh man, it's not a perfect camera view because the way the sun is right now, that's some bullshit. You know, y'all might have to get a little glary, a little glare, Jada Snax for right now, because it's just where I'm parked at and where the sun is at and how it's, you know what I'm talking about. Let me see. That's a little better. Talk to y'all niggas from the side, Jeremy. Yeah, though, man. Let's get into it, man. I done wasted 5 minutes bullshitting. You know what I mean? Probably why my shit ain't taking off, why my little channel ain't taking off. Nigga be doing so much bullshitting at the beginning of the motherfucking video before he actually get into his topic. But that's me. You know what I'm saying? This is my channel, my show, Snax on Sports. This is how I do my shit. Y'all gonna fuck with it or you ain't gonna fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. But I'm gonna continue to do me. You hear me? Yeah, though, let's get into it, man. Got my little coffee. As a lot of the topics that I attack, you know, a lot of the topics that I bring up, you know, there's a lot of ways to attack them. You know what I mean? So with this one, you know what I mean? It's kind of, you know, trying to figure out where I want to start because there's so many different, you know what I mean, little avenues I could go. But I'm going to just start off like this. You know, the 2022 football season is here. Trey Lance is the guy now. You know what I'm saying? Trey Lance is the guy. You know what I mean? Second-year quarterback out of North Dakota State University, which is fucking either Division 2 or 3, some shit. I mean, I don't even know how the fuck that even happened. How you even get drafted as the 3rd overall motherfucker off of playing Division 2 or Division 3, but whatever. Now the young man can play football, you know what I mean? He can play quarterback. So, but we gonna see if he can play quarterback in the NFL. That's what the fuck we finna find out, bitch. You feel me? So, yeah, Trey Lance is the guy now. Jimmy G, who led us to a Super Bowl that we should have won in 2019. Everybody want to blame damn Jimmy G, but Jimmy G don't play no damn defense. We had a 20-10 lead in the 4th quarter. You know what I'm saying? He got you the motherfucking lead. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy G wasn't on that motherfucking defense when Patrick Mahomes dropped back, took like 15 steps back, and then just basically threw a punt up there. You know what I mean? A free-for-all pass that anybody could have came down with, but Tyreek Hill, who is fast as a motherfucking cheetah, was the only motherfucker in the vicinity, and he didn't even have to run fast. That nigga stood there and received a fucking punt and shit. So my point is, where the fuck were the defenders? How is this man, who all y'all motherfuckers know is faster than the speed of light, okay, and didn't have to, I mean, that particular play, he didn't have to use his speed. It was no defender within 10 yards of him when he caught the motherfucking ball. And it was like a pooch punt kind of pass. It was a wobbler. Go back and look at the tape. That wasn't no precise bomb where Patrick Mahomes bombed it 70 yards to Tyreek Hill, who had 3 or 4, 2 or 3 steps on his receiver. No. There was somebody blew some type of coverage, because the whole game, you motherfuckers was doing what the fuck you were supposed to do. Okay, you had done on that play. Okay, where Patrick Mahomes threw that wobbler ass pass that felt like it was in the air for 30 seconds and shit. And when it finally came down, Tyreek Hill was the only motherfucker in the vicinity. Like, it seemed like the 49ers, all the 49ers defenders was on a whole different side of the field and shit. How? Okay? But on that play, they did the exact opposite of what the fuck they was doing that whole game. And then, so, I mean, but y'all want to blame Jimmy G. Then, Kyle Shanahan. You know, you got a rep for doing this, for blowing shit, 28-3 in a Super Bowl against the motherfucking New England Patriots. Now, I understand it's Tom Brady over there. That's my favorite player. I know what he is and what he represents. And Kyle Shanahan was not the head coach. Okay? That other bald-headed motherfucker was. I forget his name, but he came from Seattle. He was a defensive coordinator for Seattle when they was running shit, Legion of Boom and all that. I forget the nigga name. But Kyle Shanahan was only the offensive coordinator. However, Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn, that's his name. That was the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons when they was in the Super Bowl and blew a 28-3 lead and shit. Boy, y'all motherfuckers, I don't give a damn, nigga, even if it is Tom Brady over there, nigga, 28-3. You some sad son of a bitches, man. You know what I mean? If I was the Atlanta Falcons fans, man, I would never get over that shit. You know what I'm talking about? That shit is, I would never be able to get over that. That was some bullshit right there. I would have wanted everybody fucking fired. The whole team. Everybody got to go. Fuck that. But 28-3. You wasn't the head coach, but you was running. Dan Quinn is defense. So he let you run the offense. You were basically the head coach of the offense. Now, the head coach got the final decision, got the final say on whatever goes on, whether it's offense or defense. But still, he let you run that, brother. You was the play caller. So what the fuck happened? 28-3, bitch. If you run the ball damn near the rest of the game, you gonna win. You know what I'm saying? I know motherfuckers, well, what if they get the ball every play and every possession they get? What if they go 3 and out? Then you give it, bro. Time was still against the New England Patriots in that game. Time was still against them. So it was aided by dumb play calls, turnovers. The Patriots comeback in that Super Bowl was aided, and they were helped to be given a chance to get back in the game by some of the bonehead play calling and decision making and turnovers and all that. Like, so I'm just saying that to say you had that against the Patriots when you was the offensive coordinator running the offense. Then against the Kansas City Chiefs, it happened again. What happened with the play calling, brother? Down the stretch. Keep pounding that motherfucker. What happens to the exotic, dynamic run schemes when the game get late and it's all of a sudden a close game? Like, the first, second quarter, man, I'm seeing, Kyle Shanahan, he got all type of schemes. Nigga, he's setting up three running backs back there. He got one, but he got one behind the motherfucking quarterback. He got 2 on the side, or he got one right behind the quarterback and another one right behind the running back and another halfback on the left side or the right side. They motioning, they doing all this shit before the snap. They doing hella shit. When the plays actually snap, you got a guard from over here pulling way over here to this side and get like, it's just hella action, hella motion going on. But in a big game, in the fourth quarter, when the game starts to get tight, you want to just do halfback dives up the middle and shit. I don't get it. So my point in saying all of that is Jimmy G got a lot of blame for big game losses, and he didn't get enough credit for all of the things that he done while he was here. Now, he's still here. Okay, he hasn't been released from the team. He's still technically on the roster, but he's gone, bro. Okay, they're trying to work out some type of trade to get some type of compensation for him. If they can't do that, then they will release him before there's some date at the end of August, at the end of this month, where if he's on the roster at that time, then they got to pay his full salary this year. Obviously, they ain't going to do that because it's like $25 million, something like that. So he going to get his money, you know what I'm saying? But they ain't going to pay it to him. You know what I'm saying? So he'll be released before then if they can't get a trade. And they're probably not going to get a trade because unless, somebody going to lowball him because everybody know, shit, in about 2-3 weeks, you got to release him anyway. So we'll just wait it out. So, and so Jimmy G took us to a Super Bowl, and I just went through the whole spiel of him getting blamed. He got blamed for a throw when they talking about, if he makes that throw, this is for one, no, that don't guarantee nothing. There was still time left on the clock. Okay, there would have still been time left on the clock. That's one. For two, he overthrew him, but barely, bro. Y'all make it seem like, and on top of that, Emmanuel Sanders wasn't wide open, bro. He wasn't wide open. He had a step or two on the defender. He wasn't wide open, bro. And y'all act like he overthrew the nigga like he was wide fucking open and he overthrew the nigga about 10, 15 yards. He barely overthrew him by like a yard or two, bro. You know what I mean? That was the type of throw that, yeah, sure, you would have had to been pinpoint accurate to make that throw. But that kind of proves my point, which is that, so you may say, oh, well, yeah, that's why they got rid of him, because they need a quarterback that can make that pinpoint throw. Trey Lance ain't making that throw right now either. I'm sorry. It's not happening. He ain't accurate like that or accurate like that, like a motherfucking Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers or a Peyton Manning or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And even Aaron Rodgers, in big games, he ain't as accurate as damn self. He do all that shit throughout the regular season. And when they get to the playoffs, his ass ain't nowhere to be found either. So, I'm saying that for me, okay, my point is, for me, it's all about winning. It's all about winning, bro. And when you have a quarterback like Jimmy G, who has proven you can win with him, okay? We got to the Super Bowl. We got to the motherfucking NFC Championship this last year. Y'all want to blame that on Jimmy G again. How? Like, this nigga made all type of throws throughout after we hit a little 4-game skid in the middle of the season. Bro, we had to go beat the Rams. He beat the Bengals. He beat both the teams that was in the Super Bowl last year in the regular season. And we should have beat the Rams in the fucking NFC Championship. Again, up 10 in the fourth quarter, 17-7. Okay? This nigga, Tart, use a tart teeth, breath stinking ass nigga for dropping that pass. You catch that ball, that puts so much pressure on the Rams. I want to say it guarantees the win. It don't necessarily guarantee the win, but it damn near guarantee the win. Okay? Because they would have still had to, drive down there and do something with the ball, at least score a field goal. So, and it's no guarantee. You can't guarantee that they would have did that. You know what I'm saying? Just like in the Super Bowl, in the Super Bowl 2019 against the Chiefs, you can't guarantee that if Jimmy Garoppolo makes that pass to Emmanuel Sanders, you can't guarantee that the Niners win, because the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes have shown that, they got firepower. They damn near like the NFL version of the Golden State Warriors. Like, they can score quick. So, you know what I mean? I'm saying when you got a quarterback that wins, and that shows that not that just win like he win a lot of regular season games and then get to the playoffs and don't do shit. No, we've been to the Super Bowl and on the doorstep of the Super Bowl. 2 of the years that Jimmy G was with us, he was hurt most of those years. He was with us for 5 years. Okay, so throw those years out of the window, and that is the one gripe that I had. Okay, and that's the only thing that I would even consider for people to criticize Jimmy Garoppolo about is health. And I don't even know that you could criticize him for that. Because if you get hurt, you get hurt. I mean, what the fuck can you do about that? Now, you know, some people may be a little more, you know, some human bodies are a little bit more fragile. I don't want to say weaker, but, you know, a little more fragile or a little more injury prone than others. It's just the way it is. You know, some people's body is made to build, it can stand up more. And a lot of time it don't have nothing to do with how big and strong you is. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, you take LeBron James, for example. Yes, he's big and strong. He's like the Terminator and shit. The nigga don't get hurt. He just barely been getting hurt the past year or two. But that's just age. Eventually, you're going to start getting a little, you know what I mean? But then you look at somebody like, for example, you know, in football, like, let's take that dude, the cornerback that used to play for the Washington Redskins, the legendary Darryl Green, I think it is, or something like that. Darryl Green, one of the fastest niggas, you know, at that time and all that shit. But he wasn't no huge man, and he played football, and he wasn't injury prone. Let's look at even basketball. Go to Reggie Miller or some shit like that. Reggie Miller was, I mean, if you want to say, okay, these are world-renowned athletes. So if you want to say they're big and strong, yes, he was a tall man, but he was scrawny. Like, you know what I mean? And he wasn't injured a lot throughout his career. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's just the way your body is built. So Jimmy G, 2 out of the 5 years that he was with us, okay, that 1 year he tore his ACL or whatever, trying to do too much and get some extra yards, you know what I mean, on a play that was basically done. He should have just went out of bounds. He tried to get that 1 or 2 extra yards, and that's how he fucked up his knee, and he was done for the season. That was his second year with us, a year after we got him. Because the first year we got him, we didn't get him until like the end of the year. We was 1-10. This nigga came in and went 5-0. That motherfucker said, oh, well, it was because teams had their guards down because the team was so bad and they were 1-10. When we was 1-10 at that time, that was Kyle Shanahan's first year. So I'll give him a little slack as far as, okay, that was his first year as the head coach of the 49ers. He got to get his people in there. But, I mean, I don't think it's just, you know, it's not just a coincidence that as soon as you got a serviceable quarterback, not just serviceable, a good quarterback like Jimmy G, even though it was at the end of the year and it was after we was already out of playoff contention, so y'all feel like teams may have been not playing us with the highest of guard, you know, like that guard may have been down or whatever because they feel like they're playing a bad team. So what? The nigga came in and went 5-0. And it was, I forget who it was, but one of them teams that we beat was a good team. They was trying to win that game, and we beat them. So he goes 5-0. The next year, okay, I believe we start out 1-1, and then in that third game is when he tore his ACL. You know what I'm saying? He was done for the year. And so our season was done. That third year, if I'm not mistaken, I might be getting mixed up, but that third year is when we went to the Super Bowl. Okay? And then his fourth year, he got hurt again at some point, and he missed a lot of games, you know. And then his fifth year, which was last year, we went to the NFC Championship game. So in 2 of the 3 years that he was healthy, we went to the Super Bowl, and the NFC Championship. The other year when he was healthy, he was on. He came in the middle of the season, more towards the end of the season. You know what I mean? So really, in 2 years, we went. You know, we went to the Super Bowl and went to the NFC Championship game. So this whole thing about like my thing with this situation, bro, is that I feel like it's the wrong move right now. Right? Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully Trey Lance does well, and we end up at least back in the NFC Championship game. I just don't see that happening. Not because Trey Lance is not a good quarterback, or like he won't eventually be able to get us there, but he's too inexperienced right now, bro. There's going to be things that happen throughout the season that he's going to struggle. And then when these struggles occur, how is he going to respond? See, Jimmy G could throw a fucking pick six and come back on the very next motherfucking drive and lead the team. And Jimmy G could have a drive where he looked like Jamarcus Russell. On the very next drive, he'll look like Joe Montana. You know what I'm saying? So he's shown the ability to be able to say, all right, I made a bad throw. And that's the whole thing about it. I never said Jimmy G was top 5 quarterback, a top 5 all time, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. I never said none of that. Do I believe he was that next tier, though? I do. And I don't think people gave him the credit. I think people think he's like average and shit. He's better than average. He's above average. Quarterbacks are going to throw interceptions here and there. Yes, sometimes he'll have a bonehead interception where you like, bro, what were you seeing there, bro? Because he wasn't open. Not only was he not open, it was like 3 defenders right there, brother. And you just gonna try to just squeeze it through that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, he had 1 or 2 of those. But my point is, Jimmy G was much more positive than negative. I'm sorry. So I'll take a little bit of that bad because he's going to give me more of good. It's proven, bro. Jimmy G made big throws in big games that put us in bigger games, and we won big games, playoff games. His overall record while here is 33-14, bro. 33-14, and this the man they want to get rid of. And I'm hearing everybody want to slice it as motherfucking Kyle Shanahan is scheming it up for him. Well, why Kyle? What's going on with Brody? Oh shit. Well, why Kyle Shanahan can't scheme it up for all the other quarterbacks that when you know what I'm saying? When they playing. Why he couldn't scheme it up for what's his face? For CJ Beathard, Beathard, or Nick Mullins. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, I'm on live right now. Just doing my little Trey Lance, Jimmy G little, you know what I mean? Because I've been wanting to do this. Oh, yeah, I got the phone right there. You good? Yeah, you good. Yeah. But shit, yeah, we can smoke. Yeah.
You got some rope? You got a blunt?
Yeah, I got a blunt right here. I just caught from Smokeland last night. Yeah, they brought me some new shit. I need to bust some of that down. Yeah, I got a blunt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, not, you know, I'm just saying, my point in saying all of this is that you guys make it seem as if replacing Jimmy G with Trey Lance is going to, we just going to pick up right where Jimmy G left off, and now we're going to just go and just win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately for me, I feel like it's not the right move. Hopefully I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. This is my team. This is my favorite team. I'm diehard Niners, man. You know what I mean? Since the cradle, man. I ain't had no choice. I was born into this Niner. You know what I mean? You know, from moms, uncles, aunties, grandparents. You know what I mean? Hey. Now my pops not. It's not from. It's not from California. So he root for the Saints. You know, so yeah, man, that's just my whole thing with it. That's my whole problem with it, is that motherfuckers, for one, Jimmy G is slept on. Man, like I said, 33-14. So, like I said, you know, if they want to make this all about Kyle Shanahan and Jimmy G only looked that good, and you know, or you know, the success that he had was a result of Kyle Shanahan and his schemes. Well, scheme that shit up in the fourth quarter when we need a drive to go get a fucking win. You know what I'm saying? And go to the Super Bowl and win that motherfucker. Scheme that shit up for Nick Mullins. Scheme that shit up for CJ Beathard. That's all I'm saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? So all of this shit, nah. Jimmy G made those throws. Okay? So, you know, Kyle Shanahan can call all the motherfucking plays he want. He ain't out there throwing that motherfucker. You feel me? Jimmy G throwing that motherfucker. So yeah, man, I'm team Jimmy G, always been. And I think it's a mistake to let him go because he wins. You know what I mean? So that's my whole thing, is that, you know, Jimmy G has got way too much blame and not enough credit. He was way better in his tenure here with the Niners than he got credit for. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? And the funny thing to me is now, see, last year, especially when we was on that 4-game losing streak in the middle of the season, I'm talking about from fans to media members, local media, all them motherfuckers on 95-70 games, except for maybe like one motherfucker. But Guru was one of the main ones I want to point out, because my next point is it's a lot of double talking, backsliding, and moonwalking going on right now, all of a sudden. Because during that 4-game losing streak, all I heard was, throw Trey Lance up in there. Jimmy G ain't shit. He a piece of shit. He's scum of the earth. And motherfuckers ain't talking about week 2, okay, against the Green Bay Packers last year, not this past season. Or was it this past season? Yeah, it was this past season. You know what I'm saying? Week 2, when we played against the Green Bay Packers, and Jimmy G brought us back in the fourth quarter to take the fucking lead when we should have been out of it. You know what I mean? And he brought us back. And then the defense gave it up in the fourth quarter. Let this nigga Devontae Adams from the hood, shout out to Tay, you know what I mean? Let this nigga get wide motherfucking open on 2 consecutive third and whatevers. You know what I mean? The one nigga you got a motherfucking covered, you know what I mean, to make sure that you secure this win, and this nigga wide the fuck open. Best wide receiver in the league. You know what I'm saying? What that got to do with Jimmy G? So y'all don't talk about that. You know what I'm saying? So here you go, OG.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can jump in, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm finna go get some more in a minute. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? So I'm letting the people know my love, you know what I'm saying, for Jimmy G, and not in that, you know, I'm just being a realist and just letting them know, you know what I mean? Obviously, we rooting for Trey and what I'm, you know, so, but But yeah, I'm hearing a lot of back talking, a lot of backsliding, and moonwalking. Because Guru was one of the main niggas on the radio last year when in the middle of the season, just like, hey, throw Trey Lance up in there, get Jimmy G up out of here. Now all of a sudden, that it's time to put your money where your mouth is. I'm hearing a lot of fans and a lot of those same people that was on the radio and on TV last year talking about fuck Jimmy G, put Trey Lance up in there. Now it's a lot of, I don't know if this is the right move. And Jimmy G, he got the results, he won, and Trey Lance is young, and I'm starting to hear a lot of that, and I'm saying nah. Keep that same motherfucking energy you niggas had, because now it's time for what you wanted, your predictions. It's time for that to be proven right. You know what I'm saying? It's what you wanted. So you got what you wanted. You know what I'm saying? Now let's see. So, but yeah, Trey Lance is the quarterback of my team. So obviously I'm rooting for the nigga. You know what I'm saying? I know he's going to do well in his career, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like this year, you know what I mean, with him being so inexperienced, you know what I'm saying? I hope I'm wrong, but I wouldn't put money on us like being back in the NFC Championship. That's just me. Just as you know what I mean, as a realistic fan, you know what I mean, because there's gonna be things that's gonna pop up. How he gonna respond to adversity? It ain't gonna be all, you know what I'm saying? So
going back to the NFC Championship because Jimmy G gonna be quarterbacking
this year.
Hell yeah, nigga. Lance gonna do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want the nigga to get hurt.
Yeah.
But he just ain't gonna do it.
Okay, so you say
they gonna bring Jimmy G back, and then we gonna go back to the NFC Championship.
I mean,
that whole shit, it's gonna be some old shit like that. Jimmy G gonna be the good guy. Motherfuckers just
that would be dope.
Jimmy G got a 715 rating winning out of 40 games.
Yeah.
He got 715.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, 33-14. Now that would be dope. I'm just saying because
Jimmy G gonna lead us to another championship. He gonna lead us to the Super Bowl.
So okay, so that mean that how he gonna so you don't think they gonna get rid of him?
No, he ain't.
Because he ain't gonna be a backup.
He ain't going nowhere, bro. He ain't going nowhere. Just trust. He ain't going nowhere.
Okay, so look.
Like Kevin Garnett, just like Kevin Durant. All these niggas out here making all this noise on the offseason. All these niggas making all this noise, doing all this shit.
Yeah, but look though. So that means that the Niners got to pay this man $24 million this year to sit on the bench, bro.
Shit, is Jimmy G gonna bitch about it?
No, he's no. Okay. I'll say this. He ain't gonna bitch about. Look, he's not gonna bitch about the money. Yeah. But Jimmy G ain't trying to come off the bench, bro.
Well, I mean, shit. He gonna do what he have to do. He got to.
So
getting paid I do whatever the fuck they want me. They want me to come off the bench. They want me to come in because the youngster not playing right now. They want me to come in because the youngster got hurt. Y'all paying me $2 million. All right, I do.
Yeah, but so I'm saying I just see. Like this is the thing with me.
He can prove to he can shut the naysayers up. The motherfuckers you talking about right now.
Yeah. But see, this the thing. This the thing with me. The only reason why I don't see. Hopefully, I would love for him to stay on the team. I just don't think he gonna be here, bro. Because
I think he gonna go to Jets.
Yeah, because bro, it's like they've been like it's just not logical, bro. To if you gonna keep him. And like
you gonna pay him all that money,
and you gonna pay him to sit on that don't make no sense at all, bro. Because that's the whole thing is they trying to like free up the free up the little cap space right here.
Hey, see that?
Oh, that's in my back pocket.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, they gave you one of them.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Jed, I was gonna talk to you about that. I was gonna say, look, because he missing in action, right?
Who?
Jimmy G.
What you mean he missing in action?
He wasn't at the game.
Oh yeah, nah.
He wasn't. He stopped going to
because they trying to get rid of him, bro.
Yeah.
He's still technically on the roster.
Like, he's technically on the roster, but I'm talking about personally.
Yeah.
in physical presence.
I wouldn't be
He
there
ain't
either. Yeah.
The nigga ain't there.
I wouldn't be
They said
there either.
the other night when they had the game, they was like, Jimmy G's not here. They said some old bullshit, right? Actually, they didn't say too much about Jimmy G.
Yeah.
That game. If you watch that game, I didn't hear his name said at least 2 or 3 times through the whole game.
Technically, he really not with the team. He's only in the team like with just because like they either they trying to at this point they not gonna get nothing major for him. They probably just gonna end up releasing him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if he on the team by what August?
Don't they own? Not his own, right?
Huh?
Don't they own? Don't they owe him some money?
They owe him a little, but so I don't know exactly how it works. I just know that if they release him by a certain time, okay, if he's on the roster by let's say that it's something at the end of this month, if you're on the roster by like August 30th or something like that, then they gotta pay his whole full salary, which is like $24 million.
Right.
But if they cut him before that, he's still gonna get his money,
right.
But they not gonna have to pay it, some shit like that. But
if he goes to another team,
right? So they gonna release him.
They pick up
if they can't get a trade for him and get some type of compensation, they gonna release him before that date. So because Kyle Shanahan already came out and said this Trey Lance team. You know what I mean? Like he's
that's good. I mean that's good. That's all that for him to say that, right? Trey Lance team and all that kind of shit. But you know and I know, nigga, deep down inside, Shanahan know what Jimmy G can do. If Jimmy G wouldn't have got hurt, I've been just putting the ifs in there. We say if. Yeah, we can put a lot of ifs in there. That nigga wouldn't have got hurt. If he would have completed that pass in the Super Bowl to old boy, if he would have came, if he had a little bit more time against them Rams, he would have won them games.
Oh yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Do you think Shanahan don't know that shit?
I think Shanahan know that. I think Shanahan know that, but I mean he don't know it enough to keep him on the roster.
Because I'm sure, it's time for Lance. Don't get me wrong.
See, this was my thing with it.
It's time for that nigga to start balling.
See, look, this was my thing. I still would have wanted us to keep Jimmy G even after this year, because I'm just a Jimmy G fan. You know what I'm saying? But I would be more accepting of it if it was after this year, because this is his last contract year with us, and like that's another thing I want to address too. It's like, well, yeah, what have like I understand this is just what Shanahan want to do, but what has Trey Lance? Like, why is it like why does he have to start? Like Aaron Rodgers sat for 3 years. And I'm not just saying, but I mean, so like, why do he got to just play?
Brady sat
this year. Brady sat for a year. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so I understand Trey sat for a year, but
just see, look. So look, you got different situations. Situations that we go back to say like Elway, Young, motherfuckers that had to step in some big shoes or just lead their team to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Shit. Who was to say Brady would be Brady if it weren't for Bledsoe getting hurt that day?
No doubt.
Right? Now,
obviously it wouldn't happen. But I think I believe in fate. So
so it was meant to happen.
I believe it was meant to happen. Yeah.
Okay, then go to Trey Lance and Jimmy G. Think this shit is meant to happen for Jimmy G?
See, okay. I like the fact that you brought that up. Because see, to me, I feel like it's a difference, because I feel like, see, in that situation, you gotta remember, Tom Brady came in that bitch and lit it up from Jump Street and took them motherfuckers to the Super Bowl and won it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? With this situation, they just pushing Jimmy G out the door. That's what got me kind of like, I'm like, bro, this man took us to a Super Bowl.
What about the situation with Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers?
Brett Favre was getting, okay, this is what it was with Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. Brett Favre was still good enough at the end of his time there with the Green Bay Packers to still play. But the thing that they was getting tired of was every year for 3-4 years straight, I'm retiring, now I'm coming back. I'm retiring, now I'm coming back. I'm retiring, coming back. And they knew that they had Aaron Rodgers in the wing. So it was just, after, we're gonna pay Brett Favre his respect. You know what I mean? We'll let Aaron Rodgers sit for a year or two. But after that third year, it was like, all right, we got to be done, bro. You know what I mean? Because you keeping us, you holding us hostage.
The situation, holding us.
With this one right here, it's like Jimmy G ain't Brett Favre because like he not some old.
He ain't holding hostage.
You know what I mean? And he ain't holding hostage. And then we was in the NFC Championship game last year. That's my whole thing. It's like.
Yep.
I don't believe.
The year before that, it was COVID and all that, but the year before that, we was in the Super Bowl.
Year before that, we was in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. So to me, this move with Shanahan. It's about the future. I understand how a lot of fans
that's
feel
what
like
it really comes down to.
Feel like, you know what I mean. They think we can go to the, you know what I mean. But man, I hope. And pray. I hope we go to the Super Bowl this year.
We can have,
but I wouldn't put my money on it.
Like the back, I don't think Jimmy G is a backup.
He's not gonna stay here and be a backup. That's totally disrespectful, bro. After everything that this man, 33-14,
got 714,
and you want me to sit down behind this young bitch? Fuck that.
So, just like with the Montana Young, when Montana was getting to the end of his career. He got hurt. He got blasted at the NFC Championship game against the Giants. He got hit in his back. His back got fucked up. Remember? Everybody's like, oh, and then he got.
I don't remember it, but I know what you're talking about.
He got his back up. I was at that game when he got blasted. He got blindsided by Jim Burton, and then so his back was fucked up. So then, Steve Young. Now, then he went to rehab, Montana. He got strung out on Vicodin.
Yeah.
It was giving him pills for that back.
Yeah.
I was at St. Mary's Hospital.
I remember it was a rumor going around in the hood that Joe Montana was coming through, you know what I mean, buying crack from niggas.
No, he wasn't doing that. No.
It was a rumor going around.
I was doing therapy on both of my ankles from playing hoop. Same sports therapy department he was in when he was doing his rehab. And then where it was, I heard from the nurses on him that he was dependent on Vicodin. Vicodin. So I was like, oh, okay, that's what his problem is. They getting the nigga off with Vicodin.
Yeah.
And then when he wound up going to Kansas City, he had some bad blood with Bartolo's, and then he wound up going to Kansas City. Yeah. Because he wanted to stay.
I would say out of all of the scenarios that you threw out there, I would say that's probably the closest.
It's the Niners.
It's the Niners. It's probably like because we did remember Alex Smith and Colin Kaepernick. See, it's the like I wasn't with, but and this to let y'all know. Look,
bring that up.
This to let y'all know that I'm on board with Trey Young, or meaning like it's not gonna take me, long to all the way jump on board because I wasn't on board with Colin Kaepernick at first because of the same under the same reason. I'm like, now I fucked with Harbaugh, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, bro, you rebirthed Alex Smith, you know what I'm saying? Right. And we in this position now. We just went to the NFC Championship game last year, and now you want to move to this nigga. But once that nigga had that motherfucking game on that Monday night against the Bears, I said, all right, I give up. This nigga's the truth. You know what I'm saying? But I was still kind of upset for Alex Smith. But yeah, he did it to Green Bay, in the playoff.
Mm-hmm. So, Alex Smith was a hell of a player, too. Alex Smith was a hell of a player.
Yeah.
It grew. He grew.
I would probably. I think. Yeah. No. He was. Once he had a coach that could
stay with him.
Yeah. That's why I always fuck with Harbaugh.
Coach. That's the fucked up part.
I would probably, to me,
different head coach.
I would give. I would say that I think that what's his name? That Jimmy G is probably a little bit better than Alex Smith. You know what I mean? But Alex Smith did go to Kansas City and have some success over there too.
I don't know. I between them two niggas,
but I
would give them probably a draw.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, because Alex Smith, before he got that injury, remember that knee injury? Yeah, he was balling. Yeah, remember?
He was balling.
He was getting.
I guess the only reason why I'm saying that is because before Harbaugh, the 4 or 5 years before, I mean,
it's true.
This nigga was like
Mahomes
this is where I think the racist shit come in. Right. If Alex Smith was black, that nigga would have been done after about 2 years.
Yeah.
That nigga
Willie
was
Brown
straight
got mad at
trash,
that nigga.
nigga.
Threw that one. Remember that one playoff game? Alex Smith, he threw the interception. At the end of the game, we was on a drive. He threw an interception. The mayor of San Francisco was Willie Brown.
I remember Willie Brown. Yeah, I
That
remember
nigga
Willie
said
Brown.
he said they need to get rid of Alex Smith.
Oh, man, yeah.
He was that mad. He was that mad at Alex
Willie
Smith.
Brown was there. That nigga was a real
But
nigga.
Willie Brown was trying
And he
to
was
keep
a
it
nigga.
real. Yeah, he was back. He was trying to keep it real though. He's like, oh, they need to get rid of it. He voiced.
That nigga was real San Francisco, man. That nigga was really rooting for the team.
Yeah, he voiced his opinion, and then I was like, damn.
But that's what goes to show you that
Hold on for a second.
yeah, it's good. I'm on the live right now. I'm gonna just keep.
Hello?
But yeah, so you feel me? My thing with Jimmy G and Trey Lance is that, like I said, fam, I just feel like they pushing Trey Lance out the. They pushing him out the.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, they pushing Jimmy G out the door. They pushing him out the door too soon. They pushing him out. They put, like, you know what I mean? I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like my OG just said, you know, it's been other scenarios. You know what I'm saying? It's been other scenarios that's kind of somewhat similar. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would say that Joe Montana, Steve Young one is probably the most significant or the most similar one. You know, 'cause like I said, Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. For one, Brett Favre is much more legendary than Jimmy G, obviously. You know what I'm saying? It's Brett Favre. So he brought him a Super Bowl. So he gonna yeah, you gotta give Brett Favre that respect. Like they not gonna force Aaron Rodgers in there over like Brett Favre. You know what I'm saying? But once it got to about 3 or 4 years, you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, little gummies.
See this? What I say? They 40 per. So you just, okay, I will. All right. Let me see. Okay.
You feel me? So, but nah, Trey Lance, I'm rooting for Trey. I realistically don't see it because he got the physical tools better than Jimmy G. Run faster, quicker, bigger arm, stronger arm. But in NFL quarterbacking, it's all about what matters most. All that shit matters too.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
But what matters most is
I spam my name.
accuracy, and I'm gonna use a technical word.
No, yes, I will. Okay.
Cerebral. You know what I mean? Having that thing up in that good brain. You know what I'm talking about? Like your decision making, and that's where I know Jimmy G threw some bonehead interceptions sometime, but he had more good moments than bonehead moments. So that's all I'm saying. We don't know. We know what Jimmy G. We know with Jimmy G we can get to a certain point, but we don't know what we can do with
Only thing I like about
Trey Lance.
Only thing I like about Trey, he's gonna be able to probably keep some plays alive.
Yeah, he gonna be able. That's what I mean. Like he got
Jimmy, he would run if he had to, or he'd throw that shit away, or he'd throw, with Trey, he gonna put it up on his arm. He gonna probably try to make a play too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. I want to see him in a regular season game.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him 3 to 4 games.
Yeah. I gotta see him in a regular season game under pressure.
Yeah.
I gotta see much pressure.
I'm gonna give him, just it's the same way I do in the NBA season.
If he's trying to take his head off, I want to see how he acts.
Yeah, it's the same way I do in the NBA season. Before I give any type of opinion on a team, because a team may start out 10-1.
Stephen A. said the nigga gonna do good. Stephen A. got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch him next.
Yeah,
You feel me?
back his first day back, talking crazy.
But I want to just give it a quarter of the season, and then I'll be able to say, okay, this what he is, this what he ain't. You feel me? And just do it like that.
Right back.
Yeah. You feel me? And just do it like that. But we don't know what Trey Lance is capable of doing because we never seen it, and so all we can go off of is the history of young quarterbacks in the league. You feel me? And it's usually some growing pains that you go through there. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we'll see. I just don't want motherfuckers. My only thing is, I just don't want you pro Trey Lance motherfuckers. I don't have a problem with motherfuckers being pro Trey Lance. I never had a problem with that. My problem was all the fans that just totally disrespect Jimmy G and what he brought to the table. And because it's basically what you're saying is, fuck with my eyes see, fuck all the big throws that he done made and all the big games that he done helped us win. I'm gonna just focus on that bad interception that he threw or this and that. But fuck his 33-14 record. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That we gonna throw that out the window.
This is something I missed. His chemistry he had with our receivers. With
Ayuk, oh, they love him.
Debo and Kittle, he had a good chemistry with them. See, now Lance got to build that up.
He got to build
Lance
that
got
up.
to build that. He got it with Ayuk out here.
Yeah.
Now you got to get it with Debo.
Yeah.
Now you got to get it with Kittle. Right?
Yeah.
Even Stack. Even with our fullback, he got to get it with him.
Yeah.
You got 2?
I mean, just the second one right here.
All right, yeah, that's 80. That's 80.
Yeah. Solid. But these motherfuckers, for whatever reason,
I can't wait to see that. See, it's 40 per.
For whatever reason, like shit like that, edibles, they don't never do. They don't.
Well, 80, you might feel it. I don't like getting too much.
No, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good right here.
I know you can have it, but sometimes they got some that's like 120 per.
Right.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
If you a couple of them, nigga, you gonna feel it.
Huh.
But this is like, you go like 80%. You probably feel a little later.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man.
I can't wait to see Debo. I can't wait to see Lance to Debo.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to see. If I see that, if they got a chemistry.
Yeah, that's the man. Yeah, I want to see Lance and Debo, and I want to see Lance and Kittles. I want Kittles to get more love.
Yeah, Lance to Kittle, Lance to Debo sounds great.
And I think that's part of that can be a great what they call a safety blanket for a young quarterback, your tight end.
That is a safety blanket, without a doubt.
Come on, man, you got to build it. You got to build that with and Jimmy G had that.
Yeah, Jimmy had that. That was his safety valve.
Yep. Him. He was good with Debo, and on third down, Jennings.
But now, and then we got Jimmy. Then they got Ayuk. They said Ayuk is bringing shit this year. So
man, I'm trying to tell you. So our team is a Super Bowl caliber team.
Yeah, they got us picked.
That's for sure.
They got us picked. They got us picked to beat the Rams.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying we gotta make sure that I just want to see Trey for the first, because I know what this is my point. If we still had if Jimmy G was still gonna be our quarterback, I would be 100% confident that we can make it to the Super Bowl. Because I know, you know what I'm saying? I've seen it before. With Trey Lance, I'm not so sure. So, but we'll see. But Trey, it's on you now, boy. But yeah, I just don't want these Jimmy G bashers to, once Trey Lance start to struggle, because it's gonna come. He gonna have some struggles. Give him the same criticism you would give Jimmy G. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm gonna be just as you know. I'm gonna let it be known. Yeah.
Bitch ass niggas. Yo.
What happened?
No, man, touch this shit.
Oh, okay.
I got Trey.
Okay.
You ain't gonna the cash.
Oh, come on, man. Run that.
Run that, nigga.
Run that.
It's mine. It's mine now, nigga.
Y'all send it to me.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm in the gas shit, dog.
Yeah, they don't. I see this in the mail. I'm like, damn. Wait a minute. I ain't got one of these in
Yeah.
a month.
And a buck.
Let me see what's going on here. Don't be playing, nigga. Yeah, don't be playing, nigga.
At all.
You guys supposed to go cash this motherfucker?
Come on, man. Come on, man. That's what you supposed to do. Shit. Okay.
Made my day.
I'd have been already at the store.
Made my day, bro. This made my day.
A deposit in the bank. That's what I like is that, hey, whoever you bank with,
See, I can take a picture of
you
it
can take a picture of that
and
motherfucker.
send it like that on
Bruh,
my account.
all you got to do,
That's what you got.
sign it. You ain't got to go no motherfucking where. Whoever you bank with, whether it's Bank of America, Chase, you know what I mean? I got Patelco.
Yeah,
You just take a picture of the front, take a picture of the back, then put how much it is.
Yeah.
They gonna verify it on the shit. You know what I mean? It take like 15 seconds,
It's in there.
and then it's in there. You ain't got to go no damn where.
Made my motherfucking day, I tell you that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm mad stressed about where we get my money, get some money from. And why they send it? What's this? I will about that later.
Yeah. Hey, they sent it. They sent it.
Hey, I'm gonna do that, buddy.
All right, good. Oh yeah, I'm here, so I'm gonna go get some blunts, and then we can smoke again a little later, a couple hours or whatever.
All right.
Oh yeah, cause I got this new shit I just copped. I ain't even smoked none yet. They came late last night. All right. So yeah, man. Definitely don't want it to come, to come off, like I'm a Trey, like I'm a Trey Lance basher or something like that, because I'm totally not that. This man is the quarterback of my team. I'm gonna root for that. My only thing is to bring some balance to the whole Jimmy G argument and everything surrounding that, as far as like how good was or wasn't he while he was here. You know what I mean? And my thing is, he was 33-14 good. You know what I'm saying? He was 33-14 good, man. You know? He was 33-14 good. A Super Bowl appearance, a NFC Championship appearance. Both games had 10-point leads in the fourth quarter, and we lost the game, but he don't play defense, but somehow it was his fault. Somebody got to make that make sense to me. And so I'm just saying that bro, it's not easy to get to the Super Bowl every year, bro. Right? And we had a quarterback that it's a known fact, a proven fact that you can win with him and you can make a deep run in the playoffs with him. Not just win, like rack up a whole bunch of regular season wins and then don't do nothing in the playoffs. They got into the playoffs on 2 separate occasions, okay, and went deep and had a realistic chance to win it all both times, okay? So to think that a whole different player, Trey Lance, because that's the thing, like, you can't just look at the athleticism part of it and just think that's going, because what's in your head and what's in your heart probably matters a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to say that, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that, like, I wouldn't be, like, I'm all about winning. And Jimmy G proved to me that we can win with him. So moving off of him kind of for, like, just really no apparent reason, to me is, I just don't, I don't all the way agree with that. You know what I'm saying? So, to just think that Trey Lance is going to be able to just step in and we just going to pick up right where Jimmy G left off, and like, the quarterback position, as many say, is probably like the most important position in all of sports. You know what I'm saying? And if that's the case, you got to make sure that, when you got one that you can win with, you got to get everything out of that until you feel like you can't, you know what I'm saying, get nothing else out of that, and for sure it's time to move on. With Jimmy G, they just pushing him to the side. They just pushing him out the door, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's kind of sad, because it also gives me Jim Harbaugh vibes. You know what I'm saying? When he left, or when he was basically pushed out the door. You know what I'm saying? You got a coach that was with us for 4 years and took the very exact team that was probably the worst team in the league the year before and the preceding years. You know what I'm saying? When we had Mike Singletary, Mike Nolan, Dennis Erickson. But I would say when Jim Harbaugh got that team, where it started to formulate was with Mike Nolan. He's the one that kind of started to, when he was head coach at least, some of the players that ended up being on that Super Bowl team in 2012 and throughout that run, a few of those players, were drafted when Mike Nolan was there. And then some more of those players were drafted when Mike Singletary was there. So I'll at least give those head coaches, even though they wasn't the ones like making the final decision on who was being picked, because Trent fucking Baalke, You know what I'm saying? Was, but you know, obviously they have some input and some say. You know what I mean? I would think. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I would give them credit for that. But the teams were always, those teams were always solid on defense. Could have been better on defense, but throughout all of those years, kind of similar to what it's been even some of the past few years, our secondary was just atrocious. Just atrocious in those years. And the front seven was always good to very good. And even some years, maybe even elite, but not elite enough to overcome a horrid secondary and just absolute horrid offensive play from, you know, whether it was Alex Smith running the show or whoever the fuck else. I mean, I know, but, you know, I'm talking about the years I'm talking about now is like 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, and I just forget. You know what I'm saying? I just forget some of the other quarterbacks that we had that was, you know, backing up Alex Smith and all that. So, I'm saying that when Jim Harbaugh took over that team, the players were there, okay? And he did, you know, bring in some of his own, obviously. But the players were already kind of like in place. But the team was just absolute boo-boo. You know what I'm saying? Caca. So for him to take a team that looked like they would be in the running for the number one overall pick. Oh damn. For him to take a team that looked like they was gonna be in the running for the number one overall pick every year for the foreseeable future, he came and took that exact same team and that exact same Alex Smith that everybody thought should have been ran out of the league or turned into a backup or a third string or whatever. He took that team and that quarterback, and it wasn't a gradual program building, you know, thing where it took 2 or 3 years to turn around, and finally in that third year they finally got to the big game or got over the hump, or, you know, in that third or fourth year or whatever. No, it was immediate. I forget what our record was the year before, you know, but it probably wasn't, you know, we was probably like 4-12, 5-11, or some shit like that. No better than 6-10. Which is atrocious. You know what I'm saying? So, and he took that team and we went to the NFC Championship game. Should have went to the Super Bowl. I know motherfuckers, you always say what y'all should have did, but why y'all didn't do it? I'm just saying, there's no difference. I'm not saying we should have won like we deserved to be there. We lost the game. I'm just saying if a few things happen, you know, a few bounces go our way, like Butterfingers, Kyle, what's that nigga name? That little short nigga, number 10, that fumbled the fucking ball twice and shit, and the last one cost us the game. Oh, Butterfingers ass nigga, and this nigga was mad because, I'm getting death threats and this and that, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, obviously we don't want nobody getting death threats and all that or other shit. But bro, ain't nobody finna do nothing to your ass. That's just what That's just what these dumbass fans be doing. You know what I'm saying? They gonna send you death threats and do all that whole ass shit. They just emotional off the game. Man, you know ain't nobody finna touch your ass. Just be a little bit more cautious around that time when you out and about. But no one is going to do anything to you, bro. So, the bottom line is you shouldn't have fumbled the fucking ball. Period. Point blank. You shouldn't have fumbled. If you don't fumble the fucking ball, we probably go to the fucking Super Bowl. Stupid motherfucker. Kyle Williams. That's, I think, what his name was. His daddy was the general manager for the Chicago White Sox at the time or whatever. You feel me? But, yeah. I'm saying Jim Harbaugh took a horrible team and immediately took them to the Final Four, to the NFC Championship. And the Giants barely etched out a win to get to the Super Bowl in 2011 and beat my favorite player, Tom Brady, and the Patriots. Then the next year, his second year, we go to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And this year, he does it with a different quarterback. That first year, it was Alex Smith. The second year, he made the switch to Colin Kaepernick in the middle of the damn season and went all the way to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Probably should have won that shit. Then the next year, we go back to the NFC Championship and lose to the Seahawks. And then in his final year, the fourth year, which was already tarnished from the beginning of the year because it was rumors of him being traded, of the coach being traded to the Cleveland Browns. I thought this is no possible way this shit is true. But it was true. There was discussion about it because Jed York bitch ass, who was full of himself, who ain't nothing but a motherfucking silver spoon fed ass bitch, you know what I'm saying? Was all in the motherfucking way, thinking that somehow or another him and Trent Baalke is the reason for all the team's success. Y'all was here before Jim Harbaugh, when the team was stinking up the motherfucking joint. You feel me? And then this nigga came, and then all of a sudden now you got Levi Stadium. So, you know what I'm saying? You tell me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got Levi Stadium. That should be Jim Harbaugh Stadium, bitch. You feel me? Because y'all got that off of that run. Levi Stadium came off of that Jim Harbaugh run. You see what I'm saying? So, and then that fourth year, they talking about trading this nigga. Why? Because y'all don't want to let this nigga run the team, and he don't want y'all to be all involved and fuck shit up. Because y'all want to take some motherfucking credit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, let this man do what the fuck he do. He turned the fucking team around. But they bumping heads, you know what I mean? The head coach, the coaching staff bumping heads with the, with the front office, and this is a big ego thing. And they basically trying to act like it was a mutual parting of ways. There wasn't no mutual parting of ways. They basically told this nigga, look, we don't want you no more, brother. You know what I mean? So we can say we gonna move on and part ways or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't willing to let them fuck up what he got going. Nah, yeah, well, I don't need you in the locker room, bitch. What the fuck you here for? You got nothing to do with this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to come take the credit now and be all in the locker room and this and that, man. Players don't fuck with you. Jed York. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what happened. But basically he was pushed out the door. You feel me? So what I'm saying is this Jimmy G situation for me, it kind of gives me those vibes. And that last year, so Jim Harbaugh never had, and it's crazy because both of their name is Jim. That's crazy. You feel me? But Harbaugh never had a losing season. That last year, we went 8-8, and at one point we were 7-4, and we went on like a 2 or 3 game losing streak. And then like a week before, like the second week to the last of the season, or the how you say it? Not the last week of the season, but the week before the last week of the season. That's when we were officially eliminated from the playoffs. But that whole year was a whole bunch of turmoil. You know what I mean? Because what was going on with the front office and the coaching staff and Jim Harbaugh. You feel me? So, and they still was 7-4 at one point, and then the wheels kind of fell off towards the end of the year. We lost like 3 games in a row. We were 7-7 then, and then, you know, in that 15th game, shit, I think we lost that motherfucker too. We were 7-8, and then that's when we got eliminated. And then that last game of the year, we won that to get back to 8-8. So at least he finished 500, and then in his 4-year run didn't have a losing season, right? But I had always said that I believe if the 49ers keep Jim Harbaugh, they eventually win a Super Bowl. They just do. They just do. That's how good of a coach that he is. He turned around. First, he was at San Diego State. Okay? Turned them into a great team. You know, and that's San Diego State, but still, you feel me? Then he went to Stanford. And the Stanford that niggas hear about right now or over these past few years, with what's his name? Shaw. You feel me? And just the fact that Stanford as a football program has been somewhat relevant over the past 10 years or so, that's because of Jim Harbaugh. And then David Shaw kind of just like kept it going. The team hasn't been as successful, and they still at a few times had good teams, but they hadn't been as successful as when Jim Harbaugh was there. Now David Shaw has been there longer, you know what I'm saying? So maybe if Jim Harbaugh was there a little longer, maybe some of his latter years wouldn't have been so. But everywhere he's went, he has turned the program around, and they have become one of the best teams in that whatever league or conference or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? And Stanford is, I mean, come on, it's Stanford. You know what I mean? So yeah, back in the day when they had John Elway, they was a good team, and it was, you know, they had a few teams, you know, throughout the years, but Stanford wasn't known for, you know, being no powerhouse football team. But when Jim Harbaugh was there, they kind of became known as that. You know what I mean? They beat USC when Pete Carroll was there before he went to go coach the Seahawks. That's the what's your deal game. You know what I'm saying? When he shoved it in his face, and then I guess after the game, Pete Carroll was like, "Hey, what's your deal?" Like, kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, the game was over and you still trying to, you know what I mean? And Jim Harbaugh like, what you mean? We out here playing football, buddy. And then if y'all remember the Jim Harbaugh game, his first year, we played against the Lions. You feel me? Played against the Lions, and it was a game where they were becoming who they were. They were becoming who they are, and it was a game probably the third or fourth or fifth game of the year. And they kind of came back, and Alex Smith had one of the best drives of his career to come down and win that game. And in the post game, this nigga Jim Harbaugh was so lit though, like in his handshake. I don't know if niggas remember. Go look at this. Go Google Jim Harbaugh handshake against I think the nigga name was Schwartz, Mark Schwartz or Mike Schwartz, but he was the head coach of the Detroit Lions at that time. You know what I'm saying? Go YouTube that shit, bro. That nigga went in, bro, for the kill. That he wasn't trying to be disrespectful. He was just so hyped. He grabbed his shit. It just, you know what I mean? He just, you know what I'm saying? he just shook his shit hella hard and then after he shook his hand, you know how niggas like, you know, they're you know what I mean, pat you on your back too at the same time. And that nigga like patted him on his back, but like pushed him hella hard. That nigga was like, yeah, like pushed that nigga hella hard. And bro turned around like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? That nigga was like, what the fuck was wrong with you? And then, you know what I'm saying, he kind of ran up on Jim Harbaugh, but by that time, Jim Harbaugh had already kind of like walked off. He was so juiced off the wind, he wasn't even tripping off that nigga. Like, he wasn't even tripping. That nigga Jim Harbaugh, that nigga was turned the fuck up. Nigga, I was rolling off that shit, boy, because I'm like, man, this nigga Jim Harbaugh is really that dude. You know what I'm saying? But y'all niggas need to go YouTube that shit, bro. That shit funny than a bitch, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit funny than a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because the way he wasn't trying to, like, you know what I mean? He didn't mean no harm. He just was his emotions. You know what I'm saying? That's just, it's just like from off that win, you know what I mean? And just the thrill, you know what I'm saying, of that win. You know what I mean? Like, he you know what I mean? That shit was funny as fuck. So, I'm just saying, that's what he brought to the Niners. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they became a winning team. But I guess that same kind of exuberance or whatever, I guess the front office didn't like that. I don't know if they felt like the nigga was getting too much credit or whatever. That's the shit I don't understand about front offices like that. You know, certain like, if look at the Patriots during their run. Look at the Warriors during their run. Like, it ain't all this, you know, like, about who getting the credit and this and that, and then look at all the teams that's worried about who get the credit. The Niners, when Trent Baalke was here and Jed York was who was the owner but was listening to this nigga, okay? Or look at the Cowboys and the fact that, you know what I'm saying, now I fuck with Jerry Jones, you know what I'm saying? I like to hear that nigga talk like an OG, like your grandfather or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? But he don't be hiring no motherfuckers that got no backbone that's gonna really be able to coach the team. Everybody who Jerry Jones hires motherfuckers that he can say, yeah, you know what I mean? They can't do, all the coaches that this nigga hired, they can't do nothing without, you know, this nigga approve. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to where, look at Bill Belichick. We all know Robert Kraft on the team. But Robert Kraft gives this man full autonomy to just running the football shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to come for people contracts and we trying to work this shit out, cut costs, or save costs, or, you know, determine who we want to really give big money to and all that. Okay, that's when, you know what I mean, Kraft and Bill Belichick get. But I guarantee Bill Belichick still got most of the control over that. It's just that Robert Kraft just gotta when it comes to finances shit, he's just final okay everything. You know what I'm saying? Bill Belichick is running the ship over there. You know what I'm saying? He basically the head coach and the general manager, but I'm saying the owner stays out of it. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the Warriors, okay, why they shit work is because they'll listen to suggestions from players. They'll allow Draymond Green to sit in on the draft and make his suggestions and all of that other shit. But, bro, the front office is gonna make the final decision. They ain't like the Brooklyn Nets. They ain't out here letting the players run the shit. You know what I'm saying? You see what happens. And all the teams that LeBron be on. You see what happens when they give these players all this control and let them act like they know what's best for the team because they want to play with somebody because that's their homie and shit. Nah, you can't do it like that, bro. You can't do it like that. The Golden State Warriors, Steph, Clay, and Trey, they wanted to keep Avery Bradley. They wanted to keep Avery Bradley. The Warriors front office, Bob Myers, heard him out and said, you know what? We think it's better that we let him go and keep GP2. Now, they cut him and then brought him back. You know what I'm saying? And look what happened. You know what I'm saying? Look what Avery Bradley was to who he played with last year, the Lakers, versus what GP2 was with us. He helped us win a championship. Even if he was hurt for like a good portion of the middle of the playoffs, he still came back in the finals. You know what I'm saying? And played big for us. You know what I'm saying? And in the first round, played big. You know what I mean? And all throughout the motherfucking regular season. So I'm saying how that relate back to the Niners and Jim Harbaugh, right, is that they should have stayed out of it to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Because Jed York ended up, after the fact, coming out and saying he made a mistake because he ended up picking, basically choosing the general manager, Trent Baalke, over Jim Harbaugh, and then fired Trent Baalke like 2 years later. You dumb son of a bitch. You's a stupid motherfucker. So y'all gonna push Jim Harbaugh out the door and then hire Jim Tom Sula? That shit didn't even make no damn sense to me. That's the first time in my whole life I ever considered, like, do I really want to be a fan of this team? Now, ultimately, I ain't going. But no, I'm talking about seriously. Because I'm like, what the fuck is we doing? Y'all fired Jim Harbaugh. Basically, you know, they want to try to come out and try to say it was a mutual parting of ways. It wasn't no mutual parting of ways, bro. Wasn't no mutual parting of ways. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to get Jim Harbaugh out of there because they thought, well, we hired you so we could hire somebody else. The team is going to continue to still run. Man, please. You niggas is stupid to the motherfucker. So then, after making the wrong decision, you know what I'm saying? Well, for one, the right decision would have been Jed York, I'm going to stay out of it. Jim Harbaugh, you and Trent Baalke, y'all got to find a way to work that out. If y'all can't work that out, then I had to come in and step in and make a decision. You know what I'm saying? And my decision would have been I would have looked at the data. The data would have showed me, okay, Trent Baalke, okay, your bitch ass was here with me before he was here, and we wasn't shit. Okay? And then all of a sudden, he get here, and we going to Super Bowls and all that type of shit. So I think I'm going to roll with him. That's what the data would have told me. You know what I'm saying? But he chose Trent Baalke. They hired Jim Tom Sula, who, bro, this man ain't no damn head coach, dog. Like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? That nigga, bro, in the press conference, his introductory press conference, all his post-game press conferences, I have never heard a supposed head coach know less about the game of football than him. I mean, that shit was atrocious. They asking this man questions. He talking about some whole other shit, bro. They asked this nigga about this play that happened or this scheme. You know what I'm saying? And this nigga is talking about what he had for dinner last night. I said, damn. And then they fire him after 1 year. And then Trent Baalke get fired. It's a fucking joke. And then Jay York comes out after getting blasted by all of us on Twitter. I mean, we was going at that nigga head, man. We wanted that nigga head, man. guillotine style, man. You know what I'm talking about? This nigga want to come out and say, basically, he made a mistake and this and that. So Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch was the first time that he made a decision that was right, okay? But for me, it ain't never gonna be right until this team win a Super Bowl. I'm always gonna go back to you should have just kept Jim Harbaugh. Period. Point blank. You know what I'm saying? So I went off on a little tangent, but I just feel like, bam, that how they forced out Jim Harbaugh, even though he's a head coach. And I feel like that's similar to how, Kyle Shanahan is forcing out Jimmy G. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's a quarterback. And, so it's a head coach versus a quarterback situation. But it's still similar. Both of them were doing well and not just well. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't just go to the NFC Championship every year, let alone a motherfucking Super Bowl. It just don't happen. That ain't something you can just pencil in and guarantee. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? All type of shit be happening, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, this is a big move for Kyle Shanahan right here. Most definitely. Like Trey Lance has to work. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And there got to be some results off the dribble, man. Off the rip, man. Off the top, man. You know what I'm talking about? So, but all I'm saying is, I'm a realistic fan. I'm not a dumbass fan that just think, you know what I mean, just because I'm a fan of a team, that they just going to do good just because I'm a fan of them. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, where I bring it back to the positivity about Trey Lance, is I see the physical tools, you know what I'm saying? But I see him having to play at least, at minimum, a full year as the starting quarterback of an NFL team before the game starts to slow down to where he can be cerebral enough, you know what I'm saying, to where it's slowed down as much in his mind as it is, you know what I mean, with, his physical capabilities, right? So, you know what I mean? It's gonna be like, bro, y'all don't understand. That's what I be saying about these fans, bro. I be listening to, 95.7 The Game, Sports Talk. I mean, these fans, they just, every once in a while somebody call in and, sound like they know what the fuck they talking about. But a lot of times, bro, these motherfuckers just be hoping and wishing on a prayer. And then another thing is, all the casual fans, or even it be fans that they think they know what the fuck they be talking about. They don't know shit. They don't know absolutely nothing of what they speak. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So what they do is, what that type of fan does is just repeat the same shit that they already heard somebody else say hella times. So then it's like, okay, that must be it. Because such and such said that, Jimmy G is just an average quarterback. No, he's above average. Not saying he's elite, but he's not average. He's somewhere in the middle between average and elite. You know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. Like, it's not easy to win, and I don't give a damn, y'all, because, oh, whoa, look at this defense, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, why when he don't play, that same defense can't continue to win at the same clip as when he does play? That's all I'm saying. Just, if you can just explain that to me, I'll shut the fuck up. But when he played, they 33-14. When he didn't play, they lost 70% of their games, 70-80% of their games. when he did play, they won 70, 80% of the game. I mean, that's just pure facts, brother. That's not, you know what I'm saying? That's not opinion. That's not just saying, oh, you just want him to. Nah, bro. I'm going off who win, brother. I'm going off who win. So if you win, that's who I, so that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that Trey Lance is not going to be able to win. I'm just saying history tells me that the type of winning and the success that we had with Jimmy Garoppolo, that was proven over and over again, time and time again, it's not highly likely that that type of winning and success is going to continue with Trey Lance. Just because, like, they're two different players. They're two different human beings. What's inside of Trey Lance is not what's inside of Jimmy Garoppolo, and vice versa. You feel me? So I'm saying you never know. And I know y'all might say, well, what about, I'm just saying that I feel a year to 2 years down the line, I believe that Trey Lance will be ready. Will be more ready and equipped to lead us to possibly a Super Bowl appearance or something like that. But that's hoping that we're able to keep the same team around him, because that's another thing I'm hearing. Well, now is that they're gonna do the same things that they did with Jimmy G a lot, which is, run the, they ran the ball, but Jimmy G made throws, bro, when he had to make throws. I'm sorry. He just did. I seen it multiple times. Like he did that. But, they like to say, it's like I said, you niggas double talk like a motherfucker. On one end, you say, well, Jimmy G was only successful because of how Kyle Shanahan was scheming it up. You know what I'm saying? Then on the other hand, you say, oh, well, against the Green Bay Packers in that one game, and whatever it was, the NFC Championship, or the game to get to the, he only threw the ball 8 times because, Kyle Shanahan didn't trust him. No, dumb bitch. I don't get what you motherfuckers don't understand. The objective of the game is to win. Now, I understand you may say that if you take any other quarterback and put them in that exact same situation and that exact same scenario happens, that any other quarterback could have that same game and they will still be able to win. He only threw 8 passes. I would say that's true. But we know that's not the way life works. That's not the way the world works. If another quarterback was in that situation, most likely the same exact things, the way it happened in that game, wouldn't have happened. Because if you change up anything in the history of the world, everything is different. Meaning every human being, that's ever been born. Let's say that they weren't born. If that one human being that was born, let's say that person was, like, if I was never born, the whole trajectory of the whole landscape of the world is different now. It changes because we are all connected to one another in some way, some shape. I'm connected to this person, that's connected to that person, that's connected to that person, that's connected to this person that's way across the world, that's connected to that person that's way across the world, that's connected to somebody else, that's connected to somebody else, that's connected to somebody else. You feel me? So it's the same way in the scenario of a football game. if Malcolm Butler wasn't the cornerback that was in the position that he was in that game in the Super Bowl against the Seahawks to make that play, then that play probably doesn't get made. So the fact of the matter was, Jimmy Garoppolo was the quarterback of the team at that time that only needed 8 passes to only needed him to throw 8 passes in order for them to win the game and advance to the next round. That's all that was needed. That's my point. It don't matter how, I don't give a damn if he didn't throw the ball not one time the whole game. You feel me? If the nigga run the ball 70 times in that game and don't throw it not one time and we win, bro, we won. It's not about Jimmy Garoppolo, bro. It's about the team won the game. You know what I'm saying? So that had nothing to do with it. It had nothing to do with the fact that Kyle Shanahan didn't trust him to throw the ball. So he only allowed him to throw it 8 times. It had nothing to do with it, bro. That boy Raheem Mostert was running the shit out of that motherfucking ball. The boy looked like Walter Payton, Jim Brown, Gale Sayers, Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith, Adrian Peterson all rolled in the motherfucking one. I mean, he ran the ball for damn near 250, almost 300 yards, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Every play, the nigga was busting for about 15, 20 or more. So I'm going to just stop giving him the ball to throw it just to prove what? To prove that Jimmy G can throw the ball, or I'm some type of genius offensive coordinator that can scheme up these elaborate pass play. Like, bro, every time I get this nigga the ball, he gashing these niggas for 20 yards. Why would I go away from that? But y'all want to make it about what y'all want to make it about, you know? Y'all want to make it about the coach didn't trust the quarterback. So I forgot the reason why I was even saying that, but it just goes to the point that, you know, I just feel that both Jim Harbaugh and Jimmy Garoppolo were both being pushed out the door before their time. And the first time with Jim Harbaugh, it didn't go well. You know what I mean? You know, hey, he had Michigan. He had the University of Michigan doing well. It don't matter, okay, whatever. He still has that. They was what, in the Final Four last year? Okay, yeah, they got blew out in the Final Four once they. So what? So what? Every year he has that team right on the precipice of, if not of being a national championship contender, a team that wins one of those you know, high-ranking bowl games, and, you know, most of the time they finish as a top 5 to 10 ranked team, you know, ranked program in all of college football. So, oh, he was only brought there to win a national championship, blah, 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 blah. Bro, only one team can win it every year, bro. So, you know, there's no secret that the SEC, you know, and all that shit, they have overall, they have the better talent. So now y'all want the nigga to you know, to beat all of these teams, beat all of these programs, you know, Clemson and Alabama or whoever the fuck, You know what I'm saying? South Carolina, whatever. Y'all want him to beat all of these motherfuckers. They got all of these players from all around the country that's top 3, top 5 recruits, you know what I mean, in the whole country and all of that other shit. No, he is only a coach. I mean, he ain't out there on the, So he's doing what he's brought all type of positivity and money and all that type of shit to the University of Michigan. So, and he can go back to the NFL whenever he wants. Whenever. So, it didn't work out good for the 49ers the last time they pushed someone great out the door. Now they're pushing Jimmy G out the door. And we'll see how it goes. Everybody want to rant and rave over, the Niners just had their first preseason game this past Friday against the Green Bay Packers. It's the first preseason game. Nobody's really playing. The damn coach, Kyle Shanahan, even said that, at this point of the season, practices are more important than preseason games. So, I mean, he already took now. You mix, he's just saying that just to, whatever. Okay. But he's saying that because in practices, you probably get more of a real view of what the teams are really trying to do this year, because they're really working on it in practice where cameras aren't allowed and media isn't allowed to see this or see that. You know what I mean? Because in preseason games, you ain't finna be, running your best plays and all that other shit. A lot of times, you don't run some of that shit the whole fucking year until you know what I mean, are at the end of the year or need to make a playoff game, or you in the playoffs and you need to win a big game to get to the Super Bowl, or you need to win the Super Bowl. Then you this whole elaborate trick play come out, this dude. Yeah, motherfucker be like, yeah, we practiced that the first week of training camp. Never used it. You know what I'm saying? But we finally pulled it out in the Super Bowl, and it helped us win. Whatever. Shit like that. So, that's what Kyle Shanahan said. So, for motherfuckers to be all... Now, granted, this is his second year, but, initially, he's in his first year of starting. So, in playing time, he's technically a rookie. I said initially, not initially. I meant to say technically. You feel me? Technically, he's still going to be a rookie. Although he does already have the year of... See, you gotta take that into consideration. Yeah, in playing, he's a rookie. In playing time, he's a rookie. But in experience, he's not a rookie. You know what I'm saying? So he's still a young player, but he's not a rookie. A rookie is a first-year player. So he's a second-year player. So, for me, the fact that he was, I think motherfuckers saw, he was 4 for 5 in that preseason game for 100 and something yards, and he had a perfect quarterback rate. Bro, most of those yards came off that 74, 75 yard touchdown pass. Okay, yeah, he threw a great long pass. Okay, dude, we know that he has a big arm. That don't tell me nothing. And that was nothing, bro. That was nothing. Because if you think teams is gonna just let you just drop back and just throw bombs on them, you think you're gonna be successful like that, you's a stupid dumb motherfucker. You a dumb son of a bitch. Because it's just not gonna happen. So, whatever Trey Lance doing in preseason, it don't tell me nothing until it comes against whatever preseason game is the game where they have the it's like the warm up game. You know what I mean? You know where they they'll have the starters, you know, or majority of the starters or whatever that are mostly healthy, you know, play like the first half of one of the preseason games, just to kind of like, as a, you know, if it's in one of those games, you know, that's what I want. I want to see him do well in that game. You know what I mean? Outside of that, don't tell me nothing until there's nothing. You know, there's nothing, because even in that game, even in that type of game, it can't. It's still a preseason game, so it can tell me a little bit more. It does. I won't. You know, I say it won't. It tell me a little bit more, but it won't tell me all that I need to know. I won't know that until, like I said, 3 to 4 games into the season. I'll say 4 games. I'll give them a quarter of the season. It's 17 games now. It used to be 16, so a quarter is 4. A quarter of 16 is 4. But I'll still say 4 games, because that's enough time. 4 games is enough to, and like I said, it's going to slow down for him with just you know, a little by little with each game that he plays, or at least it's supposed to. You know what I mean? But still, after having a full year of this and then having another off season, it'll settle in a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? And he'll be even more comfortable. During the season, you just trying to get better every week as a young player. You know what I'm saying? And so if you're having a lot of struggles throughout that, then it could kind of like snowball and fuck with you mentally. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. That's what we got to see. But in the off season, then you got time to, because in the regular season you ain't really got time to sit and mope over that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, you have a bad play or a bad quarter or a bad game, and you gotta let that shit go, bro, and move on. But in the off season, you can really reflect, think, and see what you really need to do, and come back that next year and say, okay, I got that year under my belt. I learned that. I got that experience. Now I'm gonna come back a little bit more confident, because now I may not be all the way still there yet, but now I have a better feel of what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? And I know how motherfuckers is moving now. So that's why I say a year or 2 down the line, I feel like Trey Lance will be more prepared to, you know, take us on a long like playoff run or something like that, if he continues to improve. Some quarterbacks, hey, if we get into their head, it can become all mental and they can't shake that, and then they become a backup or something, or be out of the league. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that happening to Trey. I'm just saying, you never know. We just don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not even saying, you know, I'm not even saying I'm gonna give him 4 games and then I'm gonna like judge his career. No, I'm just saying I'm gonna give him 4 games to be able to judge where he's at, and do I realistically think we can really do something this year. 4 games will tell me all I need to know. But that doesn't mean that if he continues to struggle throughout the whole year or whatever, that he won't get better throughout time to where he'll be better next year and then the year after that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a referendum on his whole career. It's just, how good do I feel he is right now? Because like I said, y'all motherfuckers think that, hey, y'all said, hey, throw Jimmy G over the bridge, man. Fuck that nigga. Throw Trey Lance up in there and we gonna be good. That's what y'all said. So that's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to hold y'all to that. That's it. I'm just trying to hold y'all to the fact of the matter of saying, hey, Trey Lance was up in there, we would have won that game up against the motherfucking Los Angeles Rams. And I'm here to tell you bitches right now, if Trey Lance was the quarterback for any extended period of time last year, during his rookie year, we would have not even been nowhere near close to being in the position that we was in last year at all. So you niggas is just stupid and dumb. You know what I'm saying? And I even seen some of that and heard some of that about that Rams game. Man, if Trey, man, put Trey Lance up in there. If Trey Lance was up in there, you know what I'm saying? He would have been, man, if Trey Lance was up in there, man, we would have got blew out, my nigga. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. You niggas is hoping and wishing on a motherfucking prayer, man. This is real life NFL football. This ain't fairy tale shit, man. That's what let me know you bitches don't know football. Y'all don't know sports. All y'all know is I'm going to say the same shit I heard this other motherfucker say on TV or on the radio. Fuck what my eyes see. If you just look at what you see, it'll tell you what the fuck going on. Damn, it's still fucked up from there. Yeah. You know, it'll tell you what's going on if you just watch the fucking game, man. You know what I mean? Because y'all watch the shit and see what y'all see, but then y'all hear what these motherfuckers say and be like, well, damn. Man, they just trying to say any fucking thing to get you to listen or argue with them or call in with them or just spread and sensationalize all type of lies. You know what I'm saying? Let me see something real quick.
And correct those mistakes and learn from those mistakes and not make them again. Where they had Garoppolo, you know, I think felt like he made the same kinds of mistakes over and over and over again. Late in the down, floating balls, middle of the field, into a crowd, you know, kind of questionable accuracy. Well, I also think the Niners added a lot to their team. I mean, Ray McLeod and Danny Gray give them vertical threats. So you got to have a quarterback, but you got to have vertical threats, and they have vertical threats. So should create a lot of space for the other receivers and should make them a whole lot more dynamic. We'll see.
Listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ, FM, and HD1 San Francisco, always live on the Odyssey app. You're not quite tan enough for me right now.
I was in Canada.
So, it's summertime. You're supposed to get
those
color.
mosquitoes get in the way.
Manitoba? What province?
Ontario.
Whitney,
Ontario, 3 hours north of Toronto.
Look at these niggas, man. You're supposed to get color. Now you niggas want to get some color. You don't want no damn color when the police pull up. Yeah. So just keep that shit all about sports, man. Y'all niggas always trying to tell some old funny ass joke that shit ain't fucking funny.
You're so comfortable talking about yourself.
Exactly.
You was trying to be like, man, no, you were going for two. Bonte spent 3 hours talking about himself.
On here saying dumbass jokes that sound stupid in the motherfucker.
Would talk about or would reference your camping trip. He'd be like, well, Matt's not doing the regular kind of camping. He's got like the Honda Jet.
Yeah. But I was just trying to turn that shit on to see if, you know, what's going on is I caught it at a bad time because the last show ends at 12 and then the new show starts at 12. So all of the disc jockeys are in the studio right now. They call it like the crossover. So, you know, they just all, as the two shows are, as one show is ending and the other show is starting, then, you know, they all kind of, there's two people
2 main hosts for each show. And so now, you know, there's 4 of them in there. So the previous 2 are getting ready to leave. And the new 2 have just arrived. And so, you know, they just doing like some bullshit crossover type of small talk just to, you know what I mean? So I just caught them at a bad time while they just exchanging all these stupid ass pleasantries. You know what I mean? And I was trying to just see, because I know they're going to be talking about Trey Lance and the Niners. So I was trying to see if they was going to be saying some dumb shit. Because this is 95.7 The Game in the Bay Area. And a lot of times, they say a lot of dumb ass shit, dog. They just do. You know what I mean? And they try to act like, they try to stir the pot, you know what I mean? And they just some dumb son of a bitches. So, I just wanted to see what the fuck they were saying.
He can run, but he's not a runner, per se.
I think that's what you want.
Right, I agree. I think that's what Kyle Shanahan wants for sure.
Yeah.
So, if he can extend plays with his feet, I think that's the thing. What are you laughing at?
Because, look, I knew he couldn't do it. Like, seriously, you called us on your birthday? Hey, Dibs, like I've never said it before. What are you doing right now, man, huh? What are you doing?
Let me guess.
I'm trying to protect my family is what I'm trying to do. You're trying to get Larry Krueger to Wally Pippy. I will not hit my Krueger. I got a baby coming, Krueger. You're trying to take my job? How's the team here, kid? What are you doing? What are you doing, Willard?
I've intentionally sucked just so you could, feel comfortable.
Krueger's kids are grown.
That's
He's
right.
So yeah, man, that's probably gonna conclude this episode. I just, want to give my spiel, you know what I mean, and my little thoughts, you know what I mean, on this whole situation, because I'm Team Jimmy G. That don't mean that I'm not Team Trey Lance. I just kind of want some of the disrespectful 49ers fans that were extremely disrespectful to Jimmy G to eat a little crow and to have to, because a lot of us already double talking. They already backing some of the words up, and that's what I was trying to see if I could hear any of that going on the radio right now. Because I'm telling you, last year it was hey, like I said, throw Jimmy G off a motherfucking bridge. Like, to throw his motherfucking ass to the wolves, man. Behead him. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's a piece of shit. He's a flat out piece of shit. He's scum of the earth. So it's just funny to hear a lot of the moonwalking, back talking, and double talking, and backsliding that's going on, and remixing. You know what I mean? From some of these same motherfuckers. That's a little hesitant now. You know what I'm saying? Nah, don't be hesitant. Have that same bravado, have that same energy, as the kids say. You know what I mean? And just do that. You know what I mean? Because I just want them to. It's a part of me that, and y'all might say this is stupid, or but it's a part of me that I wouldn't mind if the 49ers struggled this year, and if Trey Lance struggled a little bit. I wouldn't mind it, because the thing is, I expect it. Because he's inexperienced. We'll see how quick he learns from game to game.
but I expect it. I don't expect us to be anything higher than there's 17 games played now. I'll say I definitely don't see us being anything higher than 8 and 9. Okay, and I want to say I really more want to say 7 and 10. Wouldn't be surprised if it's a little worse. I would be pleasantly surprised. I would be pleasantly surprised if it's anything 9 and 8 or 10 and 7 and above. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all underestimating, man. Y'all overrating Trey Lance and also underestimating, for one, how good Jimmy G was, but y'all underestimating the quarterback position and how tough it is to play that position. I don't even know how tough it is to play the position because I never played it on any type of organized level in sports. I played a little bit of football. You know what I'm saying? But I never played the position of quarterback. I was always a cornerback or a wide receiver, or like punt return or some shit, kick return or some shit. You know what I mean? And that was only at like the Pop Warner level and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, even at that level, as a kid, you know, 11, 12, 13 years old, 14 years old, I still was able to see that, you know, the quarterback position was a little bit more intricate. Not like it was a difficult position to play. I could have played quarterback too. Definitely could have played quarterback. But I had no interest in playing quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of when I was, you know, in the streets just playing with friends or whatever. We just playing in the streets or whatever. Or at school maybe, you know what I'm saying, at lunchtime playing on, you know, with motherfuckers. But as far as when I was on any type of organized team playing and like learning about the game of football, I never wanted to play quarterback. That wasn't my desire. I wanted to play wide receiver or cornerback. You know what I'm saying? But I seen that, so it wasn't that I couldn't play it. I just seen that you can just see like you got to be a little bit more polished as a quarterback. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all not understanding that it isn't all about being able to run fast and throw the ball deep, like throw it a long distance and like that's just a bare minimum, bro. You know what I'm saying? You better be able to read these motherfucking defenses and process it in your motherfucking head fast as fuck after the snap. Otherwise, your ass gonna get fucking eaten up out here. You feel me? Yeah, every dog is gonna have a day or two. You know what I'm saying? But I need to see it over a sustained period of time. And I seen that with Jimmy G. And for me, he passed the test. So ain't no guarantees in winning no Super Bowl. So if y'all want, you motherfuckers act like putting Trey Lance in there guarantees a Super Bowl win. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. So it just is what it is, bro. That shit don't guarantee nothing, brother. So when you got something good, you better ride it till the wheels fall off, man. And I was willing to do that with Jimmy G. You ride it till the wheels fall off, man.
You give people the respect that they deserve for what they done for you. That's what's wrong with you motherfuckers out here in this world. Y'all don't respect nothing. Motherfucker got your back, do all this shit for you, you know what I mean? All this shit. And look at you. OG. Here, you left your little Trey right here too. Yes, sir.
You still doing your thing?
Yeah, I'm finna get off right now, though. I've been over 2 hours. All right. But yeah, man. I'm finna get off this thing though, man, and y'all know where I stand at it. You know, ultimately, and where I stand at is ultimately, I'm behind Trey. Okay. Ultimately, I'm behind him. Obviously, he's the quarterback for my team, so I have to be. But the way you motherfuckers is in your disdain for Jimmy G, you can't say nothing to me about, and I don't even have that type of disdain for Trey Lance. Nothing like that. I'm just saying he has to prove it to me that he's going to be able to, because all I give a fuck about is wins. I don't give a fuck if you throw 400 yards and 5 touchdowns if we lose. I don't care. I care about winning. And some players, it's just something about them, they bring winning. It may not come in the stats, but having them on the team doing what they do for whatever reason, it helps bring winning. So I'm not no stats motherfucker. I don't care about that. That's dope if you do it in a win. Then I give a fuck about it, if that's what it takes for you to win. But if you lose, I don't give a fuck. You lost. And obviously, you didn't do enough. So I don't give a fuck if you throw for 5 touchdowns and you lost. It wasn't enough. You should have threw for 6, bitch. It is what it is. So that's where I'm at with it, man. That's just where I'm at with it. And I'm going to be there with it. And I'm going to stay there with it. So I'm saying, you know, because you can't have it both ways. You can't talk all of this shit about Jimmy G and then don't want nobody to, you know, say anything about Trey Lance. And like I said, I'm not even saying nothing wrong about him or criticize him. I'm just saying he got to prove it to me. You know what I'm saying? I want him to do well. So, because, you know, the last thing about that is, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, when did it cool, you know, when did it become cool to only like a part of a team, but not the whole team? Like, I fuck with the players, but fuck the coach, he sucks. Or I fuck with the players and the coach, but except for this 1 or 2 particular players over here, fuck them. Or I fuck with the players and the coach, but the front office, fuck them. They don't know what they doing. Like, when did it become, like, it's just, you know, that's the disappointing part about it for me is, why couldn't we ever just fully get behind Jimmy G and just root for? I know that, you know, a lot of fans did, but it was too many fans that didn't. And won't fully give him the credit, you know what I'm saying? Or give him full credit for his contributions and the things that he did here. And being 33-14 when he plays, and being one of the worst teams in the league when he doesn't, even under the same coach, Kyle Shanahan. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like this year that those fans are gonna realize, and they're gonna be woken up to what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. You know, just we fan of a team. Let's just get behind the whole team, man. Unless there's something that you see from any one of those entities, players, coaches, or front office that's really saying, okay, we don't agree with this. We don't want to get behind this. But a lot of time it just be bullshit talk, man, and just fabricated ass stories to get fans of a certain franchise to not like a certain part of a certain entity, whether it's a player, players, the coach, the coaching staff, or people in front office, whether it's the general manager or the owner. You know what I mean? So, like, I feel like the Jim Harbaugh situation with the Niners, that's a valid reason for a fan base to have a gripes with the front office, because it was proven that you guys made the wrong decision. You made a mistake. You fucked up the franchise, and you was just wrong. Okay, the team went back to being the worst fucking team in the league. You went from hiring one of the best coaches in the fucking world to hiring the absolute worst coach in the world, in fucking Jim Tom Sula. You fired him after a year. Then you fired the general manager the year after that, after he was the reason why you fired the coach. And then the owner, you admitted that you made a mistake. So, y'all niggas, man, I'm just saying, just keep that in mind when y'all forcing Jimmy G out the door. Just keep that in mind. It's the same franchise that forced Jim Harbaugh out the door. I'm just saying. So, keep that in mind. Snax on Sports, man. I'll be back with another one. We on football season now, NFL. So, I got some more shit I'm gonna talk about. Probably some Deshaun Watson shit. Obviously, Mo Niners shit. Cowboys. 17 penalties in the preseason. I know it's preseason, but damn, 17 penalties. But the only thing I don't like is they back blaming the coach. Y'all gonna still learn that the coach is not nowhere near to be the one to be blamed in Dallas. He's not. He's just a figurehead. Whoever the coach is, it doesn't matter. If it's Mike McCarthy, if it's Jason Garrett, if it's Wade Phillips, even though he's probably a more respectable, coach or whatever, but I think all of them are respectable. I think they be made to be, to look like goof troop ass coaches because they are coaching the Dallas Cowboys. And Jerry Jones won't let them really take full control of the team and coach the team. So it's not, Mike McCarthy is not to be blamed for nothing. He don't got no say-so in nothing. How you gonna blame him? He's just a figurehead. He's just a position. He's just filling a position. So, but yeah, they ain't mid-season form. They ain't mid-season motherfucking form. I'm talking about, losing and committing hell penalties. They want to say it's the coach. And that's coaching. Bro, how? These motherfuckers is grown motherfuckers. They know to not penalize themselves. Why do I got to keep saying it game after game, year after year, year after year? It's the same thing with the Warriors with turnovers. They know they're not supposed to turn the ball over. Steve Kerr has emphasized this for years now. They still turn the ball over. So it's not coaching. The players they continue to still play reckless. It's the same thing with the Cowboys. So I don't want to hear, oh, well, they're not disciplined because of the coach and this and that, blah, 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 blah. That's their fault. You know to not commit an infraction or a penalty and penalize yourself, but you continue to do it. After we've been talking to you about this for 2-3 years straight now, game after game after game. So no, it's not the coaching, bro. It's not the coaching. If they don't got the right coaches in there for the players to respect, then the front office need to get that coach and that coaching staff up out of there and hire some other motherfuckers that the players will respect, if that's what the case is. But Jerry Jones don't want to do that. He like Mike McCarthy being there because he going to be the scapegoat. It's all going to be blamed on him because y'all did the same fucking thing to Jason Garrett. Oh, Jason Garrett isn't a good coach. He's this or that. Nigga ain't been in no damn Super Bowl. Nigga ain't won no damn nothing in 30 damn years and want to blame Jason Garrett. Man, it's been about 10, 15 coaches that coached this team since the last time they won a motherfucking Super Bowl. It ain't just Jason Garrett, bro. Hire some motherfuckers with a backbone, man. But, yeah, that's a whole different episode. Fuck the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to talk about them. Bums. I'll talk about them on another episode. But football is back. So, yeah, let's do our thing. Snax on Sports, man. I'm gone, man. I'm finna go get me something to eat. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.